Welcome back, everyone, to Simple Mind Space. Today, we're diving deep into the captivating world of high finance and examining the meteoric rise of one of the most influential figures in modern banking, Jamie Dimon. Buckle up as we trace his journey from a driven young man with a legacy to uphold to his current position as a Wall Street titan. Jamie Dimon's story begins not with him, but with his grandfather, a Greek immigrant who arrived in New York with nothing but ambition. He clawed his way up the financial ladder, becoming a successful banker and stockbroker, a path later followed by Dimon's father, Theodore. Growing up surrounded by this financial acumen, young Jamie absorbed the language of Wall Street like a native tongue. He inherited more than just ambition. He was instilled with a strong work ethic and an unwavering belief in doing right by people. However, Jamie's childhood, while privileged, wasn't enough to satisfy his burning desire to forge his own path, a path leading to a fortune eclipsing even that of his father and grandfather. He understood that the arena for this ambition was finance, but first, he needed the right education. His rejection from Brown University, his dream school, was a blow to his ego. Undeterred, Dimon excelled at Tufts University, graduating summa cum laude, proving his detractors wrong. His acceptance into Harvard Business School marked the realization of a long-held goal, a validation of his self-worth. At Harvard, Dimon stood out. He wasn't interested in conforming to the stereotypical image of a Harvard student, choosing jeans and leather jackets over suits and embracing his democratic ideals in a sea of Republicans. He wasn't just intelligent, he was confident, sometimes bordering on cocky, and this confidence attracted the attention of the legendary financier Sandy Weill. Weill, a self-made man who had built his career on shrewd deal-making, saw a kindred spirit in the young Dimon. Instead of joining the ranks of other eager MBA graduates, Dimon chose to learn from the best, accepting a lower salary to work directly for Weill. He understood that working alongside Weill offered something far more valuable than a higher starting salary: access to the inner workings of Weill's financial empire. He recognized in Weill a blueprint for his own ambition, and he was determined to learn everything he could. Their partnership was a match made in Wall Street heaven. Dimon, with his sharp intellect and unwavering work ethic, quickly became Weill's right-hand man, negotiating multi-million-dollar deals and proving himself invaluable. By his late 20s, Dimon tasted success, believing he was on top of the world. But as we all know, what goes up must come down. The 1980s, the era of Reaganomics, fueled a frenzy of mergers and acquisitions, creating a fertile ground for ambitious financiers like Weill and Dimon. Their attempt to sell Fireman's Fund, owned by American Express, to Warren Buffett was met with resistance, leading to Weill's dramatic departure from the company. Dimon, in a bold display of loyalty, followed suit, leaving behind a secure and prestigious position. This was a gamble, one that could have backfired spectacularly. Instead, it cemented the strength of their partnership and set the stage for their eventual triumph. Forced to regroup, Weill and Dimon set their sights on a new target: the unassuming Commercial Credit, a Baltimore-based loan company catering to the working class. While many saw it as a risky investment, Dimon saw its hidden potential. He recognized the value in its assets and the opportunity for cost-cutting. This keen eye for undervalued opportunities became a hallmark of Dimon's career. Their initial attempt to court Warren Buffett for investment failed. Undeterred, they decided on a public offering, a bold move that required convincing investors to buy into their vision. Dimon, still in his early 30s, put his money where his mouth was, investing his entire savings into the company. Their gamble paid off. The IPO was a success, instantly making them a profit and validating Dimon's analysis. Their takeover of Commercial Credit was ruthless and efficient. Costs were slashed, employees were laid off, and profits soared. The company's success attracted attention, and soon they were on a buying spree, acquiring other financial institutions and consolidating their power. Their masterpiece, however, was the creation of Citigroup, a financial behemoth that cemented their place at the pinnacle of Wall Street. Dimon had reached the top, but his ambition, always simmering beneath the surface, began to create friction in his relationship with Weill. Despite their history, Weill recognized that Dimon's bluntness and quick temper could be liabilities in the high-stakes world of finance. He began to groom his daughter, Jessica, for a leadership position, a move that put him at odds with Dimon. Dimon, a staunch believer in meritocracy, refused to give Jessica preferential treatment, a decision that ultimately led to his ouster from Citigroup. The man who had been instrumental in building Citigroup was now cast out, forced to watch from the sidelines as his former mentor and the company he helped create navigated the treacherous waters of the early 2000s. Losing Citigroup was a blow to Dimon's ego, but it also fueled his desire for redemption. He craved the chance to prove while wrong, to demonstrate his capabilities on his own terms. That opportunity came in the form of Bank One, a struggling financial institution in dire need of a turnaround. Dimon, never one to back down from a challenge, seized the opportunity, betting everything on his ability to revive the failing bank. His strategy was drastic and painful. He slashed jobs, cut executive perks, and wrote off billions in bad loans. These were not the actions of a man interested in popularity. These were the calculated decisions of a leader determined to save a company on the brink. And save it he did. Within a year, Bank One went from posting a loss to generating billions in profits. Dimon had once again proven his mettle. He had taken a failing company and transformed it into a lean, mean, profit-making machine. But Dimon wasn't content with simply turning around Bank One. He saw it as a stepping stone, a platform from which to launch his next conquest. He patiently bided his time, watching as his rivals, particularly Citigroup, made risky bets in the booming housing market. He understood that the music would eventually stop, and when it did, he wanted to be in a position of strength. The 2008 financial crisis, triggered by the collapse of the housing bubble, exposed the recklessness that had permeated Wall Street. Banks, once considered too big to fail, crumbled under the weight of their bad decisions. Citigroup, led by Chuck Prince, Weil's successor, was among the first to falter. Dimon, with his conservative approach and fortress balance sheet, had weathered the storm. JP Chase, under his leadership, became a beacon of stability in a sea of uncertainty. The fall of Bear Stearns presented Dimon with a unique opportunity. Once a titan of Wall Street, Bear Stearns was brought to its knees by its exposure to toxic mortgage-backed securities. The government, desperate to avert a complete financial meltdown, urged Dimon to step in. And step in he did, acquiring the remnants of Bear Stearns for a bargain basement price. The deal was more than just a shrewd business decision. It was a symbolic changing of the guard. Jamie Dimon, once cast out from Citigroup, was now the savior of Wall Street, the man brought in to clean up the mess created by his former colleagues. He had not only surpassed his mentor, Sandy Weil, but also cemented his place as the most powerful banker in the world. As we look at Jamie Dimon's journey, several key takeaways emerge. First, his unwavering belief in himself and his vision allowed him to take risks that others wouldn't dare. This wasn't recklessness. It was calculated risk-taking, backed by thorough analysis and a deep understanding of the financial world. Second, his ability to make tough decisions, even when unpopular, set him apart. He understood that sometimes short-term pain was necessary for long-term gain. His willingness to cut jobs, slash costs, and hold people accountable, while not always popular, was essential to his success. Finally, his ability to learn from his mistakes, particularly his ouster from Citigroup, allowed him to refine his approach and emerge stronger. He learned from his past experiences, both the successes and the failures, and used those lessons to guide his future decisions. Jamie Dimon's story is a testament to the power of ambition, resilience, and a keen understanding of the financial world. He is a complex figure, often lauded for his business acumen, but also criticized for his ruthless approach. However, one thing is certain: his impact on the world of finance is undeniable. He is the ultimate survivor, the last man standing in an industry littered with the casualties of the 2008 financial crisis. And that, my friends, is the story of Jamie Dimon, a man who rose from the ashes of failure to become the king of Wall Street. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the world of high finance. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Simple Mind Space for more insightful content. Until next time, keep your minds sharp and your ambition burning bright.